February 3rd, 2017, and I was reading a report pertaining to the supervolcano Campi Flegrei in Naples, Italy. It is under watch by scientists, and it is undergoing and in a degassing phase. Now, if this volcano would happen to erupt, it would jeopardize over 500,000 people in the area of Naples and all of Europe. This would potentially send a plume of volcanic ash around the world, similar to what happened in Iceland when that particular volcano went off. They had to suspend all air traffic for some time. But I wanted to go over this information with you because we talk about this a lot, and it is the Earth's internal pressure and the heating of the core. Now, I've read so many articles over the past few years related to the heating of the Earth's core. And this would be directly attributed to earthquakes as well as volcanoes. We haven't heard much about volcanoes in the past year of 2016. There were some eruptions, but there are several volcanoes that are being monitored. This particular volcano could cause absolute devastation if this erupts. Now, what I wanted to show you is the location of this supervolcano. Now, I've been to this region before many times. I've never toured this area. However, I was in the Mount Vesuvius area, and as you can see where my cursor is here to the right, that is Mount Vesuvius. And not too far away is the supervolcano Campi Flegrei. Now, from the surface, it doesn't really look like much. However, this whole entire area, all of this area of Naples and over near Mount Vesuvius, is very, very populated. If something would occur and this volcano would erupt, there would be no notification. And they've been monitoring the pressure in this volcano. And just recently, the scientists, all of a sudden now, they're getting alarmed. And would there be any warning for the people that live in the Naples region? Probably not. We're going to take a look at the region real quick on Google Earth. I've plugged in the coordinates already, so let's just take a look at the region. And, the reason why I'm talking about this type of evacuation, evacuating 500,000 people from this region would literally be impossible. They do not have superhighways. And the neighborhoods, the small villages, they are just, people are stacked on top of each other. This is a very heavily populated area. And as you can see here, this area, all of this, very, very heavily populated. You have Naples over here. Mount Vesuvius is not far away. Mount Vesuvius is over in this direction. And this is the Campi Flegrei. Now, it doesn't look like much, but this is a very old supervolcano. It has probably done its devastation throughout time. And now, as I speak about all of the earthquakes that are occurring, the heating up of the Earth's internal core, these are the potential problems that I'm concerned with. Naturally, the earthquakes can cause very swift devastation and loss of life. If this massive caldera goes off, well, it's going to be a really bad day. It's going to be a bad day for everyone around the world. Now, would this possibly cause Mount Vesuvius to erupt at the same time? I don't know. But they're very, very close together. They're not very far apart. And once again, I'll bring this photograph up, and you can see the area of Campi Flegrei supervolcano, and not too far away You have Mount Vesuvius, and Mount Vesuvius, very famous. 2,000 years ago, it erupted and completely wiped out the population in Pompeii. So it is definitely something that we're going to keep an eye on. CNBC issued a report. Now, I haven't seen anything about this in the mainstream media, even though this is a very serious situation for people all over the world, as well as the people in the region of Naples, Italy. But let's just take a listen to this report by CNBC.
Italians may have to get ready for a massive eruption. A supervolcano in the south of Italy could be ready to blow. The major communications scientific journal says that's a problem because it puts the lives of more than 500,000 people in danger. In the report, scientists explain this volcano in the metropolitan area of Naples is now reaching a level designated by critical degassing pressure. That basically means we can expect to see a sudden release of super hot gases, which could trigger a collapse and an eruption.
Well, that would be enough to scare the crap out of me if I lived in the region. So we will keep an eye on any information that comes out of Naples pertaining to this super volcano. And the information I've gotten, they have scientists running rampant all over this super volcano. They're trying to get as much information as they can, and they are trying to gather these internal pressures. But this is a topography photograph of the entire area. And as you can see, you have Naples over here where my cursor is to the right. But as you can see, this area is just so volatile. It's been a long time since there's been an eruption. But a supervolcano erupting in this area with a population of 500,000 people that will not be able to evacuate within minutes. And these are the things that we're faced with every single day when we're dealing with what is happening to the earth. Now, once again, you'll have these people that will say, oh, well, Scott, this is just a natural occurrence. Well, yes, volcanoes and earthquakes, they are natural occurrences, but we're seeing them with incredible frequency. And if you think that is natural, well, okay, make your way over there to Naples and, camp right on top of this volcano if you think it's that natural. So over the next several days, we're going to try to keep our eye on what is going on there in Naples, Italy. Very, very sensitive situation. And I would hope and pray that this supervolcano does not go off. Because once again, these people do not have the means of a very quick evacuation. If you know the area and you know the region, like I said, they don't have super highways. You're looking at 500,000 people plus. Let's not forget about the tourism in this area. So there's probably a lot more people there than just 500,000. These are the things that we are keeping our eye on across the globe. But I thought I would bring this report to you. It was very, very interesting and definitely something to keep our eye on. Stay tuned, everyone. We'll be back with more information. Thank you for watching the Nibiru channel. Welcome back to the Nibiru channel. It is January 3rd, 2017. And I was reading a report pertaining to the supervolcano Campi Flegrei in Naples, Italy. It is under watch by scientists, and it is undergoing and in a degassing phase. Now, if this volcano would happen to erupt, it would jeopardize over 500,000 people in the area of Naples and all of Europe. This would potentially send a plume of volcanic ash around the world, similar to what happened in Iceland when that particular volcano went off. They had to suspend all air traffic for some time. But I wanted to go over this information with you because we talk about this a lot, and it is the Earth's internal pressure and the heating of the core. Now, I've read so many articles over the past few years related to the heating of the Earth's core. And this would be directly attributed to